Hi, welcome. I'm Priscilla Batzell. This is Expressionist Fluid Art Studio Gallery's demonstrations and tutorials. Let's have some fun. I love these black pre-primed canvases because they're very toothy and they hold paint quite nicely, but I also want some white background so that I can put some bright colors over. This is Anita's White Metallic. I don't care where anything goes right now. I'll work with whatever I get. And I've got some Vivid Intense Titanium White also. And like I said, it does not matter. I'm not entirely 100% sure what I'm going to do. But I'm going to do it with a spatula, starting with a spatula. And then I might use my rubber brushes. Just going to keep swiveling my canvas around. I want enough areas of white, even if it becomes a little overpowering. I might use the negative space, the black space, to put some mead and black down. Just because I can. And I'm trying to work spontaneously with no particular plan in mind, except for what I just told you to start. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. When I do this. So that's a good way to start, as far as I'm concerned. And I could definitely use my brush. Let me think about this for a second. Wipe off my spatula so it's ready if I want it again. I don't mind if I get any gray. It doesn't bother me a bit. I do expect to have some residuals. I was contemplating, I don't know if I was planning, I was contemplating using some Decor 24 karat gold, and I've got some, so I will probably do that in a moment. See what's left. Because no matter what I start with, as long as it's kind of wet, I can always drag my mark making tools through. Which means I'm kind of glad I didn't cover every last little bit. But it doesn't matter to me if I do, because it's just paint and I can cover it if I want to. There's no particular thought process going into this other than just cover the canvas as best I can. I want to get rid of that paint though. Wipe off my tool so I can use it again. Which reminds me, I did not wet my studio sponge, but it's not a challenge to do so. So I'm going to do that right now. Makes it a lot easier to clean the paint off my brushes. Let's just swivel this around. Sometimes, if we're lucky, we'll get some cells. I'm just looking for the places I missed. Spontaneously. I don't think I care if there are any dots or drops. I'm sure I've done something similar like this. If I'm trying to create a design where it's not important how I start, it's a lot less pressure on me to figure out how it's supposed to be, and I really want to spontaneously have a background that doesn't inhibit me. And you never know at what stage you might decide that you really like what you've got. I'm going to use my small brush. Because it'll make a different texture. And a less wide line if I wanted to do. I'm not specifically looking for geometrics in this. I definitely want to keep some black negative space. I don't know if that's going to be possible or not. And I know that the toothy tool, the homemade spatula head, well, it's not homemade. The spatula head is a spatula head, plastic or silicone. And then I just take a razor blade to the head after I've removed the handle, which is a great paint stirrer, by the way. So now it's up to me to just follow my heart at the moment and hope that I can make something interesting. See, I kind of like that anyway, but the fun part of having these little brush tools is a lot of times I can make marks, and I've done this before. You should be able to find them on the mark making playlist. My problem is sometimes I like things too soon, so I never get to go the full 9 yards of what I was hoping for as far as playtime goes. Let me grab my little nail art tool. Hopefully it's right here. Chances are good I'll add some more black. That's what I'm thinking anyway. So much for adding anything over the white. I haven't decided if I'm going to continue doing that or not. Sorry about my head. So I'm not thinking about my shapes and they're spontaneous. That's kind of cool. I really do want to add some pink, but I like what I've got, which is, as I explained already, part of my problem. I love dragging through paint. I gotta be careful. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I should never say I've got to be careful, because that's not going to get me what I want. But I've got the dancing fuchsia, so maybe it's time to try and see what I'm going to... Let's just go easy. I've also got some Quinacridone Magenta. Maybe I'll use both. See which I like more, or if they go together. I've got such great colors. I'll use a different brush. For the longest time I've been looking to make some things with some interesting shapes. I really like that darker. I've got some Rhapsody Rose. Which, if there's any left in there, will be darker. And it would have been a lot darker if I'd left the black background. I'm being called to blue. I heard it several times. Come on. Whoa. Okay, that was not part of the plan. I guess I did not shake my paint well enough, but I'm pretty sure it'll serve the same purpose. It'll definitely stain things. So what's next? I've got Chrysocolla. Wasn't part of my plan, but I don't think a little of anything is going to hurt much. I still haven't got to the stage where I've decided to do toothy tools yet. I've got this color called Tangerine, and I just cleaned out the tip on it, so I'm wondering what I did with it when I finished. There it is. And I don't think a little bit of that is going to hurt anything. I want to catch my brushes before they get the paint on them gets too dry. I've been wanting to, for the longest time, just spontaneously use my brushes and not worry too much about shapes. This is saffron. If I leave it heavy, it may stay nice and bright. Sort of as I go and change up the colors, the color combination, I have to make up my mind how I feel about that. And this is a little harder to change. I've got blue in mind. I want to shake up this. This was a blue velvet. I'm looking at this and feeling a lot like using some yellow. Yellow and then maybe some green. Maybe some more blue first. So far I'm still liking this quite a bit. My yellow, what I call yellow, is yellow orange. My turntable is deciding to be spinny today. Now I can leave that heavy if I want to, just like it is, because I use GAC 800 by Golden in all of my paint mixes, and it keeps paint from cracking as it dries. Oops. Almost lost my yellow. I've got all these brushes with miscellaneous colors on them, and I'm not sure. Usually I want to use up my stuff. This is not like anything I've ever done before, so it's kind of a challenge to decide as I go along. What's supposed to be happening. And if I want to catch it soon enough, most of the original paint, especially the Anitas, has pretty much dried. Okay, I'm going to come back with that yellow again. Chances are good I'm going to use up all of my 20 minutes and maybe more. I don't know if I want more saffron, but I definitely want more orange. This is Orange Crush. Yeah, definitely want that. Oops. Well, if he wants to be there, I'm going to put it in. Must be time to turn. I'm feeling the call to more. I gotta make up some more jasmine. Why are you spinning, turntable? I'm liking the idea of just leaving my colors. I also like the idea of maybe putting some dots in. I'm hoping I can keep the brilliance of the Dancing Fuchsia, which is what I'm using now if I didn't say, because of the white. And I could actually go back and add some more white too, if I wanted to. Trying to be a little cautious. I've got some blue flame, and I'm feeling like using it down here. Not a lot left. Feeling the call to some kind of green or turquoise. I'm not unhappy that I left my Dancing Fuchsia right on the tool. What have I got? Hummingbird wing. I'm more interested in something called silver leaf. Maybe. I'm going to clean off my brush as best I can. I like the little ones. I'm going to try a little silver leaf. And then maybe it'll convince me to go for the green. No, I definitely like that. I've got this orange up here I didn't do anything with, that I should do something with. I'm loving that yellow. I don't know why I'm afraid of yellow. Or trepidatious at least. I could call it done if I wanted to, or I could come back and continue to work on it. I have not made up my mind which one. But I'm getting closer to what I was thinking about wanting, which is things with shapes. Just random, organic seeming shapes. I don't really feel like I'm completely done though. You could do a lot of mark making on this. I'm going for one more thing. I'd like to find a paintball skewer. And see how a few dots would be the same dots. I'm liking the white, but I'm not sure that there's enough of it. I don't want to overdose it, but I really like the view. So I'm just going to try, instead of using a brush, I'm going to use a skewer, which is something I used to do a lot of. And I've been thinking about doing a lot more of again. Thought about some gold also. Oh, I didn't mean to eradicate all my blue. I don't know how much of this I need. Probably not as much as I'm contemplating adding. I'm going to try a little bit of gold, and then I'm probably going to call it good. I never know how I feel about the little balled up ends. I could definitely drag some marks out, but I'm liking what I've got quite a bit, with the exception of wanting some more orange. Right there. Yes, I like that. Do I want more? Maybe I do. I thought about adding silver and then I forgot about it. Fortunately, the Unita's white metallic is similar in luster. I kind of still feel like I didn't put enough yellow in there. Excuse me. There are definitely no mistakes in this kind of painting. Only opportunities. I'm going to grab the blue one more time. At least one more time. And maybe the yellow. And try and decide if I'm actually done. As long as I knock the little balls down on the edge, I'm good. So this is dry, and I admit freely that I took my Sharpie markers and played with a couple of spots, and I liked how it looked so much. There's some pink down here and some yellow up there. Anyway, they're my Christmas markers, and I'm going to put them aside. Sharpie Creative Markers brush pens. So I'm just going to spend as much time as I have, and I've got about 20 minutes playing with things. And I'll fast forward through most of this. But this is the white pen. Because I really felt like some things needed to be outlined. I loved what it looked like from a distance. But I felt like it needed outlines. And I'm contemplating utilizing colors that are similar to the colors that are there already. Let's give you an example. They're pretty close to what I've already used. This is the blue. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the compliments that keep my morale boosted. Thank you for the donations that help keep me painting. Please give me a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing my videos. I really appreciate you guys being here. If you watch longer or watch some of the commercials or make a comment, those things are all super helpful to me. My creative playlists are on my YouTube channel. And if you go to my YouTube channel banner, you'll find the PayPal icon. Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links on my link tree. My community board will show you tomorrow's videos. If you have questions or you want the paint pouring recipe, ask me questions. It will. The paint pouring recipe is below Show More. When you click Show More, you're going to find my email address. Thank you for everything. Shop my Amazon link, please. You can buy anything you want from there. And my 2 books are there, Because I Can and Unlimited Possibilities, Volumes 1 and 2. Thank you again for being here. I love you guys dearly. You inspire the heck out of me. Bye for now. Priscilla out.